Hello, beloveds. Happy Sunday to you. I really just wanted to take a moment to thank all of you who tuned in last night for the Fix My Life premiere with Nefertira and Shelby Pugh. If you think it was intense to watch, you should have been there. But I want to thank you not just for rating's sake, but I want to thank you because Nefertira and Shelby represent hundreds of thousands of people who are in relationships and they've hit a wall. They've hit that place where what they've done and what they've been doing, how they be with each other, just isn't working anymore, and they don't know what to do about it. So I'm hoping that if you watched it, or if you've heard about it, you'll go and watch it, or that you got something out of it beside the story and the details of their particular story, but that you saw something or heard something that touched a space in your heart, because that's what Fix My Life is all about. I know people think I do the fix, but I don't really do the fix. I want you to be clear about what I do. What I do is I identify the problem, I examine and explore and present some possible causes of the problem, and then I present a solution to the problem. But it's up to the guests, each and every one of my courageous guests, to do the work. And when they do the work, the problem gets fixed. If they don't do the work, the problem doesn't get fixed. So while I know everybody thinks I'm the fixer, and I love the name, I really don't do the work. So last night's show was very, very intense because Nefertira represents so many women who have come to that place in their life where who they've been and what they've done and how they be in their life, in their relationships, it's just not working. You know, it happens sometimes when we get divorced, or when our children leave home, or when we find ourselves in transition in our workplace. Who we were and how we be is no longer working. In fact, it's creating problems. But we're so accustomed to it. And as in Nefertira's situation, she's been rewarded for behavior that hasn't been productive in her life. And Shelby represents so many men who really want to be better and do better. They want to please their partner and they want to make their way in the world, but they just can't seem to get that formula right, you know? And in Shelby's case, the stress of not being able to get it right caused him to have a heart attack at the age of 43. And there's clear indication there that Shelby might be clinically depressed. So I know there are a lot of men out there who think they can't ask for help and who are suffering in silence. I want to encourage you, if you're in that place where nothing's making sense, where you really feel like Shelby felt, that he just doesn't want to do it anymore, I want to encourage you to get help. I've gotten so many letters and, texts, is that what it is? Text. Text and tweets and Facebook things and emails today about two particular things that I want to address. The first thing is, people seem to think that I'm so much harder on women than I am on men. Oh, no, not at all. You know, first of all, I love being a woman, and I love women. Not in that way, but I love my sisters, and I really want to stand in that hard place with them and for them so they can heal. But the reason it may appear that way is because I'm a woman, and I know myself, and I know where I've been, I know what I've done, I know what it feels like, I know how I can be, I know how I've been. So when I step into a woman's space, when I'm working with a woman, I'm working from experience and knowledge. But when I step into a man's space, I'm speaking from invitation. And it's a very different thing to step into a place by invitation than it is to step in it from experience. So I do push a little harder with the women because I know me. And I am much more cautious with the men because they've invited me. And when people invite you into their space, you have to behave right. So that's what it is. And the other thing is, you know, all the naysayers who say, oh, she doesn't really help anybody and all of that is staged. I just want to say to you on this Easter Sunday, okay, on Resurrection Sunday, that we don't use a script. None of my guests are paid. 99% of the time the guests reach out to me, or we see something where they mention me, and then we will approach them. And that it is reality in the sense that it's raw, it's uncensored, and you're seeing people as they are, which is what I think is so valuable. That if you look at the people, if you look at me, you see yourself, you see your life, you see your experience, and these courageous people are standing in it. So it is authentic. It is authentic. It really is. So again, I want to thank you for tuning in, for supporting the premiere of Iyanla Fix My Life, because it says that you're out there and you really do want to get help. You really do want the information. And the information that I give my guests is information that so many of us are missing. Who taught you how to be in a relationship? Who taught me? I learned on the job and messed up many, many times. So that's really what we're doing. Who taught me how to be a woman? Who taught me, how to forgive? Who taught me how to ask for what I want? I learned it by experience, and that's what I'm sharing. And that's what we do on Fix My Life. I also want to remind you that you see 48 minutes. I've been with those guests for 3 days, so there are many conversations that you don't see. You see the tail end of it. So that's why sometimes you see me being a little in there, but please know that that's coming on the tail end of a conversation that's been going on for a while. So don't assume, don't judge, and look for the issues. That's the value. Look for the issues, look for the lessons in those gems. And I want to thank all the people who make memes. I don't know how to do it, but they come up so fast, and there are so many lovely Iyanla memes out there, so I want to thank you for that. I also want to encourage you, if last night's show hit a nerve for you or raised the issue for you, to go over to YouTube, to my R Spot, and look up A Woman's A Game, and look up for men, How to Please a Woman. I believe it's episode 17 and 18. Take a look at that. And many of the issues that I dealt with Shelby and Nefertiria last night are contained in those 2 episodes of the R Spot on YouTube. And we're going to put up a deeper dive about this episode on Wednesday, so you can also get that on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so you'll get a little ping, so you'll know when something's coming out. And so let me deal with this right straight up. You won't see it till next week. Yes, I did call her a gutter snipe. And I didn't make it up. It's in the dictionary. You can look it up. And the reason for that is because Nefertiria had become so attached to Nephi that she couldn't make the distinction. And I don't want her to be amored with Nephi. I got to really work with her. I was working with her to cut that off. So, again, thank you for tuning in. I hope you're having a beautiful Sunday. I'm on the East Coast, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day here, but I'm heading out to the West Coast, so I will see you next week. Don't forget to tune in. Iyanla Fix My Life, Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, only on OWN. And just in case no one's told you they love you today, let me say I love you today. And I hope everything that has fallen in your life, fallen down, fallen apart, fallen away, I hope it is resurrected for you on this Easter Sunday. Have a good day. Bye-bye.